everyone, in this video we are gonna talk about Conic section hyperbola. Now before we begin, take a minute to hit the subscribe and don't forget turn on the notification button. So hyperbola. So what is hyperbola? A hyperbola is the set of points in a plane such that the difference of the distance of each point of the set from two fixed point foci in the plane is constant. To derive the equation of a hyperbola, we take the origin midway between the foci and a coordinate axis on the line through the foci. So the following terms are important in drawing the graph of a hyperbola. So the first term is the transverse axis. So transverse axis is a line segment joining the two vertices of the hyperbola. So the conjugate axis is the perpendicular bisector of the transverse axis. So there are general equations of a hyperbola. So the first equation is the horizontal transverse axis. Ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals to 0. So the second equation is the vertical transverse axis. Cy squared minus ax squared plus ey plus f equals to 0. So here is the example of a hyperbola. So we can see the vertex, focus, asymptote, and a transverse axis, which is the line segment joining the two vertices of the hyperbola. So then letting b squared equals c squared minus e squared and dividing by a squared b squared, we have x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals to 1 if the foci are on the x-axis. If the foci are on the y-axis, we have the equation y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared equals to 1. So the generalized equation of the hyperbolas with axis parallel to the coordinate axis and center at h and k are: if the foci are on the axis parallel to x-axis, so the equation is x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals to 1. If foci are on the axis parallel to y-axis, so the equation that we need to use is y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus h squared over b squared equals to 1. So we have an example. So graph the given equation of a hyperbola with a center at 0, 0. So x squared over 9 minus y squared over 16 equals to 1. So the step 1, we need to construct framework. So x squared equals to 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. So rx become plus minus 3. So y squared equals 16. So the square root of 16 is 4. So ry becomes plus minus 4. The next step is we need to find our foci. So to find our foci, we have the formula c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So the value of our a squared is 9, then our value of our b squared is 16. So we need to add 9 plus 16. So our c squared equals to 25. So we need to square our 25. So we can get our c, which is plus minus 5. So the step 3 is we need to graph the hyperbola. So this is the hyperbola of the given example. So that's all for this lesson. So thank you for watching.